Hello, this video is intended to help protect you from some internet scams. Internet scams encompasses any kind of crime that takes place over a computer. This video will also talk briefly about some phone scams. Some of these are kind of similar in that people misrepresent who they are and try to get private information from people using extreme pressure. There's a joke that on the internet, nobody knows you're a dog. That's something important to keep in mind here, that you never really know who you're interacting with on the computer. Someone might present themselves as a friend or as an organization or a government official, but in fact may be nowhere near the person or place that they intend to represent. Some examples of this are fake account confirmation emails, where people will contact you and say you must confirm this last bit of information so we can activate your account. Sometimes these will claim to come from the IRS, which is the US tax office, or they will claim to come from a bank or even the university. You do not need to confirm account details unless you have just signed up for an email. Sometimes you will get a confirmation, but if it's not linked to something you just did, don't reply, don't click the links, and don't provide any personal information. Another common internet scam is fake jobs. People will post jobs and they seem like a really good deal, often too good of a deal, and I will show you some things to look for in those. Another is fake money transfers or money exchanges, where people claim to be in desperate need and offer to provide you money at an excellent rate in exchange for providing some service. In addition, fake people. Remember that not everyone is who they claim to be on social media or on the internet. Some scammers will actually target international students, but more often international students are affected by this crime because criminals are phishing using phony accounts and identities to try to trick anyone they can into providing private information. But because international students are not as familiar with what is normal in the US, they might not recognize these phishing schemes. Scammers are extremely sophisticated. Almost everyone you talk to in the US has a story about having been scammed on the internet. They're extremely sophisticated. They are patient, so they can sometimes spend a long time seeming like a friend before they ask you for something that is actually part of the scam. And internet crime is almost impossible to persecute. So people, if you are taken advantage of, it can be very difficult to get justice. Here is an example of a scam that is going around UCSB right now. Many students have received this email. It looks like it's an official email from Bank of America. Here's their logo. Here's their official footer. This looks really official, and all you have to do is click on this link to restore your account access. So it sounds like this is something you should do. You should not do this. Never ever click on links provided in an email like this. If you do have a Bank of America account, you can go directly to, separately, go to the Bank of America website to log in and restore your access. Do not click links in the email. But here's the big catch. This came from another UCSB student. This person has had their account hacked, and their email is being used to send out these emails from Bank of America. So this is not the Bank of America that sent this email. This is someone else. So always be sure you look at the source and don't click links in emails like this. If you think an alert might be legitimate, call the bank or visit their website directly. Do not click on the suspicious links. No legitimate bank, government agency, or employer will threaten you over the phone or email. The trick with this crime is sometimes they make it sound extremely urgent. If you do not do this right away, you will lose access to your money. You will be canceled from school. You will be arrested. These are usually very dire threats, but they are completely false. If you ever have questions, hang up if you're on the phone, or go outside the email and go directly to the website, call someone. And OISS is always here to help you as well if you have questions. We can help you determine whether or not an email looks suspicious. So again, these are some of the things you want to look for. A mismatched sender email, any kind of spelling error, anything else, those are all signs that this is a scam. Fake job offers are really popular. This one was going around. This is the full email that was being sent, and it's from, as you can see, Dr. Christopher Babbitt. And if you look up Dr. Christopher Babbitt online, he is a real doctor with a real practice. However, this email was not sent by Dr. Christopher Babbitt. It was sent by somebody else. And he'll act like he knows you. I got your details alongside other 19 students through the Chamber of Commerce connected to your institutional recruiting department. So it sounds as though he's being very specific, but he's not. Does not say what's the institution, doesn't say UCSB, Chamber of Commerce. What? This is very weird. So there's things here that just aren't right. But he's looking for a competent undergraduate or graduate student. Hey, you're a student, so he must know who he's reaching out to. But this is just not right. This is a scam. I am unable to meet up for an interview. I have made bold these parts that are especially suspicious. I am unable to meet up for an interview. That should be a big red flag, something that says, stop, this is a problem. Can you mail letters, make bill payments, and reply to emails on my behalf? This is somebody asking you to do something that you should not be required to do. Usually what happens is they'll ask you to pay bills, they'll transfer money to you even in advance, but then when you go to get that money, it has disappeared again from your account. That's a common way. And then the salary, $500 a week. That's pretty good pay for something that doesn't sound that hard. So this is too good to be true, and it is definitely a scam. In fact, several people have alerted Dr. Christopher Babbitt, and he is aware that this scam is going on in his name, and it's very difficult to fight back against it. Again, you can see all these things. Your name was provided by institution, but doesn't actually know your name, asks your age, asks you to handle money, wants an email other than your school email. The response email is not really this person. He's unable to meet you in person. He wants you to start right away. This is not a real job offer. Here's another one. Dr. Stacy Dean is in need of a personal assistant on a part-time basis. Part-time, $200. You have to make some purchases. Patient deposits, running personal errands. So you can't actually get an interview yet. No interview, that's a big problem. You'll be working from home or any location. Making purchases, again, receiving and making payments that the person does not actually want to meet you. This is bad, 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 bad. You do not want this job. So here's another thing that's going around. This went around last year, a tuition scam where someone offers to pay a student's tuition at a discount in exchange for a wire payment. So the student receives the wire payment first, right? You make sure you get paid. And then suddenly, after the payment shows up on your Bark account, it's reversed. So these were payments being made directly to the student's Bark account because someone had told them that I desperately need money, I don't have cash, but if you can give me 90% of the cash, I will pay 100% of your tuition. That's a fraud. Do not give anyone access to your Bark account other than a parent or other person you trust to actually make the payment for you. This is a terrible scam because you are still required to pay your tuition. So this person ended up paying twice. Another one, private pictures. Please keep in mind that once pictures are out in the internet, in the world, anybody can end up getting control of them. Students can be sometimes pressured that if you do not provide me with some money, I will send these pictures to your family or to people that it will embarrass you. If I send these to your professors, this is real. So please be very, 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 very cautious about sending out pictures of yourself that you do not want out in the world. Protect your personal private information. Your UCSB net ID and password, you should not be giving those out to people. Any kind of private account information regarding your bank accounts, anything that's financial, if you get a social security number, you don't really want to share that. Any photos that you wouldn't want your parents to see, you don't want to share those either. So again, just please keep in mind that when you get an email, you don't really know who it's from, and you want to be sure that you confirm before you're taken advantage of. So hopefully this will help prevent students from falling into traps. If again, nobody knows you're a dog, so please, please keep that in mind at all times. You could be on the internet with a dog. And if you have questions, reach out to OISS. We're here to help you.